Hello and welcome back. We just took a little bit of a break after all of that, so Kyle could mourn the loss of his.
Favorite character.
I, why it's his favorite, I do not know. I guess just because it was made to infuriate me.
Well, I'd like
College
to
will
make a
study for
comment.
generations.
For those who are listening, as well as for the future game design of this, do pay attention to something did happen that you'll want to pay attention to. Whether you noticed it or not will be something you will have to, figure out for yourself. But there is something that is strange that happened.
There's something that was parkour.
Yeah. There is something that's strange that happened currently. So, just wanted to point that out to give a little bit of a tidbit teaser to those.
Hey,
What?
it was Aiden who said it. Isn't it great?
God damn it. But yes, so that was my only little side thing.
How dare you? Minus XP. No, I wouldn't do that.
Alright, so yeah, that's my little service announcement to give those listening to this a chance.
Alright. Well, with that out of the way, the group has been called forth to pretty much have audience in the middle of this rainstorm that has not been seen in over a millennia.
Bodies all over the floor.
Storms always just seem to avoid the Savage Lands, and it has not been known why. But this guy just seemed to magic a storm cloud out of nowhere, which the group has brought before him, presuming nobody tries to fight the burly orcs that are trying to cart them away.
I rolled a craft disturbing mental image.
Did you hear?
No.
Fine, there goes my joke.
I'm sorry. I can't say the thing.
Hello. I said one of them waves at Fizzbop.
God. To be fair, that didn't pick up on Mike either, so.
Okay, good.
I didn't hear it either.
He waves back with great vigor.
Well, seeing how nobody is fighting back, and the only one that is trying to is crafting disturbing mental image. You're all brought before him, and all the orcs are slowly starting to gather up Leon's dead forces.
You can eat that? No, just joking.
One of them, yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Got a tear rolling down my cheek right now thanks to that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He just killed a dynasty.
Oh my god. Okay. What's up?
Alright. You've seen what I can do.
You have.
I took no joy in that. Well, moderate joy. Well, I actually enjoyed the hell out of it.
I'm 40% joy.
Fuck you. And quietly, the audience can hear Kyle whispering, "Fuck you, Paul."
Jonas, I think we're all a little bit relieved.
Are you?
Yeah. More than a little bit.
If you have questions, you're free to ask them. If not, then I'm going to just get straight to business.
I'm sorry. Did anybody hear the horse?
Yes.
Okay.
Business with us or our own business within the castle?
Business with you.
Okay. I don't really have any questions, so we can talk business.
No questions from anyone.
And I'm assuming I'm just somewhere, your Gahaz is somewhere nearby, just,
Yeah,
idling about.
Yeah, Giaz is at his side.
Right, okay, good.
Giaz has the option to ask questions as well.
Right. He doesn't have any at the moment, just listening.
Nothing from Quillith or Erst?
No, Ernest doesn't really give a shit.
Well, asshole Ernst.
No questions from the bewildered Quillith?
I mean, the only question I can think of is, oh my god, you can make it rain, but I don't think she'd say that, so.
Alright.
Oh, wait, no, I do have a question.
Okay.
How long do you think it would take to completely regrow this entire land? Because I'm actually quite interested in that.
With me overseeing it, not long, it would probably be a verdant field with sparse forests around roughly within 5 years.
That's wonderful. I'd love to see life return here.
Quill just has like stars in her eyes at the thought.
That's adorable.
It is a deal worth agreeing to, I'd say.
Which is part of the reason why I want you all to go back to Arcarthel.
Hmm?
Because of this minor catastrophe, there may have been some notice
Yes.
taken. I need you all to go back and run distraction. Try to sabotage as much as you can. I don't care if I have to kill every soldier in that city. I don't care if I have to kill everyone in that city, or if the gates are just open to me and I get to kill the one person that I want to set my hands on.
Okay, first request. My family gets transported here.
Very well. Have your family go to the temple that was cleared out. I will have the Heart Eaters clan remove them from the city. They'll be escorted safely.
Alright. What are you planning to do with this place when it's overtaken? Because, with the resources and everything.
Oh, a Carthel?
Yes.
Me, I don't plan to do anything with it.
Huh.
My wife might.
Well, if there's any scraps, I'd love to take them off their hand.
I'm not sure there would be, but
In the off chance that something remains.
very well, if something remains, you're more than welcome to any of the scrap material that's laying around. Personally, I would like to keep it as somewhat of a middle ground between the two Orcish kings and Giaz Bronzecat.
Makes sense to me.
Middle ground would be pleasant, but
Um,
we'll see how things turn out.
would there be a way to keep an easy contact, an enchantment of some sort? Because sending repeated couriers across the desert might get unwanted attention.
Goggermol will be serving as that purpose.
Wonderful.
He will have his own little. He'll come every day to the temple, and you can give your information to him. He can come and go as he pleases.
Alright.
Also, the steward, Dardicio's steward, the rather portly individual.
Yes.
His name is Golo.
Go.
His name is Golo. He is an associate of Svetanon's. If you can get a message to him, he'll be able to get it to me.
I always knew he was dirty.
You have no idea.
Truly, he is a god of destruction.
Quick, roll craft disturbing mental image.
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Oh god.
Alright.
They just start. The portly steward just begins belly dancing in the middle of the hall.
We are not drawing that.
Yes, we are.
He sticks his hands into pots of honey and just slowly and sensually slides his fingers across his pectorals.
If you're allowing that, Paul, I get to have Stone in his pink man thong.
Okay.
What were you about to say? Hurry.
One of the plans that I have thus far is possibly redirecting their attention to the other wall if I can convince something like giants or forest snakes to start attacking that flank.
By all means, I would that would work out rather well for us.
Wonderful. Um, unless anyone else has something to say, I think this is golden.
I, on my part, I'll make sure that as little harm as possible comes to the people of the city. I'll have the gate open for you.
That's fair enough. Even if they are elves, they don't deserve slaughter. Yet.
Meanwhile, Corliss is sitting right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is she an elf?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Good to escort the civilians.
Well,
out.
let's just keep off the yet bit. But it's just even if they are elves, they don't deserve slaughter. He's rude, not that rude.
He's blunt, but he's not that rude.
Right.
Very well. You asked for enchantment. I will have one for you for emergencies.
Wonderful.
However, be sparse and use it for only absolute emergencies. If you all run the risk of dying, that is an emergency. Somebody getting an arrow through their stomach and only one member of your group dying, that is not. Because the second that you use that, then that pretty much points an arrow directly to me.
Yes, I'm fairly certain mages will be able to figure something out. So I'll only use it if everything is basically versioning on it. If that's the correct word to use.
She just creates a new word.
I'm gonna know if I can do that.
Yes, yeah, true.
Wordsmith skill.
It's Fizzbopian.
As an added insurance policy, I will be sending Gaz Bronzecap with you to maintain station within the city. He may not be with you always, but he will be there to help when he can.
Wonderful.
He walks over and he just holds his hand out to Gaz. If Gaz doesn't try to retreat, which would be a pretty logical solution, he would just grab Gaz's face.
Gaz would just be reaching out a hand as if to shake.
His face is grabbed.
It's just like instead of, and you just hear a muffled, huh?
When he goes, huh, his voice has changed. His features have softened a little bit.
The
and
orc
the
or
color of his hair. What? Somebody saying something?
is that the orc or is that gas?
That's Gaz.
Oh boy.
And his hair changes to a different coloration. It's much darker now. When he removes his hand, Gaz is almost completely unnoticeable, other than, well, his weaponry.
And he's just standing there with his hand still outstretched, just like, ah.
This will ensure that he'll be able to get within the city without any real issue.
Right.
We're gonna need a story as to why Stone didn't come back.
Well, I'm giving you two white orc bodies that I'll be disguising as the Heart Eater and his maid.
Oh.
And
Meanwhile, Gahaz is touching his face, just like, is this? I'll get my old face back, right?
you'll get your old face back.
Good.
If anybody asks, Stone valiantly decided to act as bait, and you cannot get to them before he was dead. Or you didn't move until he was dead. I don't care.
He did attempt to fight valiantly, so it's not a lie. Intelligently. And bait, no, but...
Aside from that, you'll be acting as if you've never met me. I still don't exist. It was the Heart Eater and the Throat Render who decided to gather all the Orcish tribes, and now they're fighting within Stonehold for control of the keep.
Okay.
Right.
To explain the storm, the druids of one of the tribes instead tried to use lightning to obliterate the other tribes. It didn't work, thus there's still a high number of orcs within.
A number of boring orcs.
Yes.
Wonderful. And that means they think they'll have more time.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Actually surprised nobody's questioned how he could summon that.
I actually do have one question.
What is that?
What caused the savage to turn the desert? I don't know this story.
Well, I want you to do a diplomacy roll real quick to see if you can get him to open up about it.
Diploma-derp
Diplomaderp.
sausage.
Diplomacy?
That is a sausage. Diplomacy. 16. Fizzbop has been loyal to him. So far, she tried to talk Stone out of the thing. Oh, that's a little bit of a note. Kyle, if you're there,
Yes.
in case Stone had decided to set upon Fizzbop to try to kill her, Galgrim and Throatrender were waiting in the shadows.
Stone had no interest, so.
It was just one of those things like, hey, he's doing something dumb.
Thanks.
Oh,
That's his phrasing of it, just saying. Alright.
Who's getting a phone call?
That
Not me.
would actually be my phone because it's attached to my mother's phone.
Ah,
Yeah. I have it muted too, which is weird. I don't like technology.
I was sitting in the middle of a lecture the other day, and I put my phone. I had just messaged Andrew, put my phone in my pocket, and Skype started calling him. So you just hear the ringtone throughout the entire lecture hall. Yeah, that was embarrassing, and I freaked out because it was in my pocket and I couldn't reach it.
oh.
Well, it could have been worse. You could have had some really embarrassing ringtone.
That's true. It was just funny because
Like Raining Men.
We're not going into that story, Paul.
Oh, right, I got distracted. Sorry.
No, I don't remember if I told Paul about that or not, and that concerns me. So we're not going into that.
No, but you have to now.
I'll tell you off recording.
Yeah, after. Alright, well, after much consideration, he nods. That was me.
Oh.
The reason why I want Dardicio's head, he found a way to trick my wife. He insured her strength. He said that he would kill her and my brood if I did not help him. I helped him, not in the way that he wanted, but he honored his arrangement. The Savage Lands became barren because I did not allow it to storm here anymore. And now I've learned enough that I can go through and I can break the little prison that he has her in. Which, once she is free, she will likely raze the city to the ground. That's why it doesn't rain in the Savage Lands. That's why it's the desert. It's all because of his arrogance.